So guys, welcome back to another video. It has just gone 6 PM on Friday and EA have launched the FUTMAS promo, and the players they have given us via SBCs are 86 rated Axel Witsel and also 84 rated Moses Salmon. In this video we're going to be trying out Witsel, but if you want to see a video on Moses Salmon, make sure you leave a like rating on this video and I'll maybe try and get that video out for you guys tonight. Not super confident in that video happening, to be honest, but hopefully if I get a chance to do so it will. But like I say, for today's video we're going to try out Witsel, and we're not going to do the loan today, we're actually going to do the SBC because I've seen that the SBC to get this card only costs around 60k, which I don't actually think is that bad for an 86 rated item. So without further ado, let's get into the SBC and let's get this guy complete. Before we do that though, if you guys could leave a like rating on this video, that would be absolutely awesome. In the comment section down below, let me know your thoughts on the cards EA have given us. Also let me know your thoughts on their stats too. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Okay, so I'm going to complete this team and I'll be back with you in a sec. Okay, so this is the team that I'll be submitting. I'm very fortunate, I guess, to have a Red Foot Champs Hinterregger to slot into this team, because that saves me around 10 to 15k, which is nice. The overall cost of this squad was around 55k according to FUTBin, so happy to submit that. And now we get ourselves a FUTMAS Axel Witsel. Do we get the walkout animation? I believe we do, which is always a bonus. Interesting, he's just like appeared out of nowhere. And there he is, on our screen and in the club. So this is the team we're going to be using Witsel in. Pretty good side. In game we're going to try this guy out as a centre mid and as a CDM, and hopefully he's decent in both of them roles. Obviously he does get full chem thanks to that hyperlink from Forgan Hazard. Anyway, let's take a closer look at this card, because in theory it looks pretty good and it should make for a pretty nice card in Ultimate Team. But I do have to point out the upgrades on this card aren't anything too major. Compared to this guy's non-inform, he's been given a +1 on pace, shooting, passing and defending. He'd be given a +2 on physical and a +3 on dribbling. So it's an okay upgrade, but it's definitely nothing too insanely significant in theory. In-game attributes wise, he's got some good stats to look at though. We'll start in that physical column. He's got an 80 rating for his aggression, as well as 84 strength and 84 stamina. His defensive attributes are also decent. He's got 86 stand tackle, 84 slide tackle and 82 defensive awareness, and we're going to boost all of those stats by using the anchor chem style on this item. His dribbling attributes actually are not terrible, especially for a centre mid / defensive mid. He's got pretty good ball control of 87, really high composure of 95, good reactions of 88, but a pretty average balance of 69 and pretty average agility of 78 too. His passing attributes are very nice. He's got a 90 rating for his short passing, which is great to see, and he's also got 85 long passing. And also, I do have to mention the shooting stats too. Although we probably won't shoot with him too much, his shooting attributes, although they're not anything significant, they are decent for a centre mid. So overall the card looks quite nice and it's pretty well rounded as well. You probably could get away with using a basic chem style on this guy, because obviously that's going to give him a more well-rounded item, but I'm going to use anchor chem on him because I'm going to be using him as a centre mid / DM. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into some games and let's try this item out. Okay, so our first opponent has this team. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a very solid side, but I expected something a bit better for a FUT Champs game. But nonetheless, hopefully Witsel can shine in this fixture. Hazard finds Witsel. What can he do with it here? Goes for a long ball over the top, and that's actually a really nice through ball, which my winger should get on the end of. He does. Really nice pass there from Witsel. Here's Witsel. He's going to put the ball out on the wing for Pepe. Nice pass, and now we can maybe get an attack off of this. Can Zaha score? Just wouldn't shoot. I pressed shoot. Hazard. Witsel brings the ball forward, slides it in for Zaha, gets round his man. Can he get the shot away? He can. And that is an assist for the Belgian, as Zaha gets himself on the score sheet. Chance. Zaha puts the ball across the box to the back stick where Witsel is, but just couldn't get the right connection on it. And my opposition defended it. And that's the half-time whistle. We get ourselves, well, we have ourselves a 1-0 lead at the break. So as you can see, it's been a pretty dead first half, to be honest. Not too many chances at either end. Both sides defending relatively well, and you can tell that by the amount of tackles. Anyway, let's make some changes for the second half. I think we're going to try Witsel out as a centre mid. So we're going to switch to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation, and he can go as a right CM, and Hazard can get off the field, and we'll bring Fabregas on. Oh, here's a chance now to break. Witsel puts the ball through. Can Aubameyang get on the end of this? He's got a lot of pace, but Vertonghen has enough strength to hold him off. Fabregas puts the ball out wide, and of all people, it's Witsel who's breaking upfield. He's not really challenged too much right now, but there is a player coming across, but we get closed down. Oh, Witsel with a nice tackle there. Finds Zaha, but he's lost the ball. Might be one last chance in this game. There may be one last chance in this game. Can we... Oh, referee's blowing full time. We're heading to extras. For extra time, I am actually going to revert back to the 4-2-3-1 formation just because I'm a bit more comfortable in that. And we're going to have to make some changes as well because Guardiola seems to be absolutely knackered. Witsel finds Aubameyang. And then he finds Zaha, who's got a chance. Puts it inside. Chance for Witsel. Oh, what a save that is from Patricia. What a save. Did he move his keeper for that? Oh, mistake from my opponent. Chance for Witsel. Oh, just couldn't get the shot away in time. Just took a bit too long to turn. And unfortunately, we lost that game on penalties because I overdid my final shot. I'm really annoyed to lose that match, to be honest, but these things happen. So after game 1, what are my thoughts on Witsel? Well, he actually got man of the match for me, which is, I guess, a positive. But as you can see, the overall ratings for my players weren't anything spectacular, so he didn't stand out too much. I thought his passing in general was actually really impressive, to be honest, and he defended quite well, and also he sits back quite a bit as well. So overall, don't really have anything too negative to say about him. He does feel a bit sluggish in possession of the ball, but obviously I wasn't expecting him to be too rapid. They're just my first impressions. Let's now get into another game. In the next matchup, we face a much better side than we came up against in game number 1. He has the ultimate scream Ozil, player of the month Vardy, team of the group stage ter Stegen, and a bunch of other pretty nice items. Guardiola gets it to Witsel, who's going to try and bring the ball forward. He's challenged by Ozil, but shows good strength to keep hold of the ball and slides it in for Aubameyang. Nice by Witsel, closing down and gets the pass away to Pepe, but ball's got stuck under his feet. Zaha puts the ball forward. It's Witsel who's coming forward for this attack. He returns the ball to Zaha too. Oh, Witsel with a nice block there, not letting that cross get in. Guardiola finds Witsel. Witsel's going to go for that looping lobbed through ball. And it's a pretty good one as well, and Pepe will get on the end of this. Okay, so at the break, the score is 1 goal apiece. It's been relatively even, as you can see by the stats, but I'm just a bit annoyed I conceded very late on into the second half. Yeah, let's just get into the second half and hopefully get ourselves a goal or two. Hazard gets the ball into Witsel. Witsel's going to slide that ball through. Zaha is in a bit of space here. Can he get round his man? Not quite. Oh, of all people, Witsel's through on goal. Can he score? Oh, he tried to get the finesse, but fortunately didn't work out for him. His goalkeeper's down, and Pepe scored. Wow, that is a pretty AIDS goal I've just scored. His keeper was, like, trapped. I mean, you can't blame me for not taking the shot, but wow. That's very unfortunate for my opponent. Here's Witsel. Gets the ball through for Aubameyang, who links up well with Theo Walcott. Aubameyang comes inside to Witsel. Witsel has a chance to score. Oh no, he's missed. How have we missed that? I tapped shoot. I wanted just a simple, accurate shot. I was aiming down the middle, and it's gone wide. Here's Witsel. He's going to slide the ball through, and it's a really nice through ball there for Trossard. And there's the full-time whistle. We get ourselves a 3-1 victory after a pretty good final 20-minute performance. No goals or assists for Witsel in this game, but defensively he was pretty solid. Sat back and defended for most part, and when he came forward, I thought his passing and general distribution was very good. So happy with his performances thus far. So after playing a bit more with this 86 rated FUTMAS Witsel card, what are my thoughts on this item? In game I thought this card was quite good. I was really impressed with the passing on this card. You saw that this guy can definitely distribute from deep, and that was obviously one of the bigger positives for this item. So I was very happy with this card's passing. His crossing and that kind of stuff was pretty poor, but his general passing, short passing, through balls, long passing, etc., that was very good in game, and I was really happy with that. And with him having a 4-star weak foot, he can distribute quite well off both feet, which is very nice. So his passing is a big plus in my opinion. His pace I thought was pretty meh. The guy does feel sluggish at times, and that can be quite frustrating. Obviously, I did use Anchor Chem on him because I wanted to boost his physicals as well as his defensive stats. So maybe a Shadow Chem could help out with that, but I still think like the Anchor Chem is a good option for a CDM Witsel if that's where you're going to use him. His shooting I thought was pretty average. Yeah, there isn't too much to say. He's a defensive mid. I'm not going to mark him down too much on that. His shooting isn't terrible or anything like that, but it's also nothing too special. The guy can actually crack a ball quite hard. His shot power is alright in game, but yeah, his shots aren't overly accurate. His dribbling I thought was okay once again. He's definitely not the most agile of players, and although his agility rating of 78 isn't that bad, with him being a tallish player in the game, he doesn't feel overly great on the ball. He's not that quick on the 10, but his ball control and stuff like that are pretty good. But yeah, I wouldn't really advise going on too many runs with this guy. He's alright when running in space, but when he's getting close down and he needs the 10, that's when this guy comes a bit unstuck. Defensively, in one-on-one situations, I was quite happy with this guy. He's very strong and his tackling is quite good, so he does knock people off the ball rather easily, and if he doesn't knock them off the ball, he will just dispossess them, which is nice. He also made quite a few intercepts for me, which was good to see. And also, aerially, defensively, is pretty solid. The guy's 6'1" or 6'2", yeah, I think 6'1", yeah, 6'1", and he's got decent jumping as well, so he does win quite a few aerial battles, which is awesome. And also he's got pretty good stamina, so he can keep running for pretty much most of the game. Positionally, the guy sits back quite a bit and only really comes forward when you bring him into play, which also is nice. So overall, what are my thoughts? Decent card, but nothing to stand out in my opinion. Do I think this card is worth paying 50k for? Look, the value for money on this SBC is not terrible, but it's also not amazing. With it being untradeable, obviously you'll never see that 50k back. You could pick up someone like maybe Informed Thomas Delaney, who's like 30k in Ultimate Team, and he would probably better value for money than this Witsel card. Yeah, he's not as good overall, but he is tradable, and you could obviously sell him after. But that Thomas Delaney card is actually quite OP in game. So do I advise picking up this Witsel item? If you're a Dortmund fan or a fan of the player in general, then probably would pick it up, but if not, I would probably give this card a miss, to be honest, just because I feel like the Bundesliga will get better midfielders, especially as we're coming into the new year. Plenty of player SBCs are coming. Maybe it's a good idea to save your coins for this SBC. So guys, those are my thoughts on this FUTMAS Axel Witsel item. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, drop a like rating on it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this card. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.